Hello, my name is John Bissett. I'm a member of Housing Action Now and I'm here to tell you about our campaign for fair rent homes. The dogs in the street know there's a housing crisis. The effects are truly devastating. The public housing system has a waiting list of over 100,000 people. 10,000 people are homeless and almost 4,000 of them are children. We haven't built any public housing for many years and the Irish government is set to spend €3 billion on rent supplements over the next 5 years. We think we need to spend this money on new housing for people who need it. So what's the solution? We want to tell you about a new way to solve the housing crisis called the cost rental model. It's the normal way of providing secure housing in cities like Vienna and Copenhagen. In Ireland, we are going to call it fair rent homes. Why do we need a new model? We need a new model because we have a big problem and we need to think big to fix it. Fair rent homes can do this. We will end the boom to bust model of housing and develop a model that is sustainable and crash proof. Fair rent homes will provide secure, lifetime housing for people who are paying mad rents in the private sector and people who are on waiting lists with no likelihood of being housed for many years. So how does it work? The rent people pay over a period of years pays for what it costs to build the houses. So the rents pay the building costs. And what's different about it? Rents are fair, are controlled by the government and the councils, and people know what they will pay from week to week, month to month and year to year, and they can plan their lives by knowing this. They will neither have to worry about rents constantly rising, nor the threat of eviction hanging over them. Rents will operate on a sliding scale based on income. They will be set before tenancies are allocated. Fair rent homes will complement the existing public housing system. We also think that the end of income inequality will make the housing system fairer still. This means simply that the gap between the incomes of those at the bottom would catch up with those at the top over time. Housing will be available to people who are currently not able to access such housing because they earn above the current thresholds. We think that community facilities and community infrastructure need to be built first in all new fair rent homes developments. Fair rent housing will achieve the highest possible energy standards to those of near zero energy buildings, or NZEBs as they are also called. The state will provide the proper mechanisms to implement the housing programme. Drawing upon research by the Nevin Economic Research Institute, the approximate cost of 70,000 homes will be €14 billion over a period of 5 years. 3.5 billion of this money will be provided upfront from the government and the remaining 10.5 billion from other financial institutions such as the European Investment Bank. Housing Action Now is a group made up of public housing tenants, housing activists, community workers, artists and teachers. We are launching this campaign because we need to solve the housing crisis. We believe that this is one part of the solution. We are asking you to support the Fair Rent Homes campaign so that we may solve the housing crisis. How can you do this? You can join the Fair Rent Homes campaign by going to the Housing Action Now Facebook page and by supporting the campaign on Twitter. We want to thank you for taking the time to listen and to watch this presentation. Thank you.